Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back after a bit of technical difficulties. It seems that this game always likes to throw us curveballs. The servers are the best, but nevertheless, we are back at it. Looks like Lewis joined. Lewis left the session. That's just fine and dandy. I tell you, these guys, it's not the drivers, it's the servers, but nevertheless, I think it's getting too late, so we're going to have to run this and give it a go. Let's make sure that that's what's going on. And yep. Okay, it looks like we're about ready to go. This game. This game, I'm telling you. Nevertheless, these guys have time to set up their setups, and we should be on our way here in just a bit. Let's make sure we get the dashboard up. Get that category back in. That is important, believe it or not. Save that. And here we go for the formation lap of this race. Anton did grab pole position. Got a couple of guys now just sitting there. Wonder if that's Livid still sitting there. It is. Hopefully he gets himself on his way through. No. Looks like... Nope, he's going to sit there for the formation lap, and nevertheless we're back through. Everybody's warming those tires up. Okay, everybody's here. So this is going to be... Oh, no. Let me see if I can invite him back to the session. Apologies for interrupting the stream. It is only the formation lap. Clement has left the session. Alright, so a couple of guys, it looks like it's still playing around with them. Livid's right there. Everybody's bunched up here. Let me hatch join. Okay. Let's hope that... okay. Everybody's lining up now for the beginning of this Grand Prix. Hopefully Anton got himself back in his car. If he hasn't, it's going to be an interesting race. Here we are. 5 red lights are about to go. We are going to go live at the Canadian Grand Prix. 5 red lights are lit, and we are away. Here we go. Let's see. The car should have a pretty clean start. Gets on the outside. Side by side. There we go through. Looks like Harrison's right there. There's a Force India on the inside, side by side, a little bit of argy-bargy. Hopefully nobody's taken off any of their end plates. Yellow flag. Hopefully, I'm not sure what that's for. Oh, safety car. safety car for somebody. I'm not sure who that was for. But there you guys go. Travesty at the beginning of this race here. McCall gets out to the early lead, followed by Harrison now in second position. Let's ride through here. Let's get that delta back up since it is underneath the safety car. I wonder if anybody's going to pit and dive for the mediums and just try to make those extend as long as possible. Or, I mean, they are on fresh tires as it is. So Stig was the one that ended up on the losing end of this bit. How is everybody getting along? Everybody's racing to that line to get through. Jumping through here. Alistair Stig right there. Eke's right there. Does Eke have any damage? It doesn't look like it. Let's ride with him. No, he's got his full front wing. There's a car diving into the pits. It looks like it's Pepsi Lee. No, it's Ratchy's pulled into the pits. Stig is going to dive into the pits as well. So McCall is going to catch up to the back of the safety car and lead the safety car procedure. So Harrison doing really good. He's found himself up to second. Attic is right there in third. Right behind him is your Robbie. Easy there, Robbie. Live it almost tags into Robbie. Careful on these safety laps, guys. You don't have to push too hard. Senna's right there in 8th. Becker 9th. Becker did a really good job to get himself up to 9th. Stewart is... why these guys are under safety car. I'm going to do something quick. Just so you guys can... There we go. So, let's dive back into it. McCall leads this race. Lewis has joined. All right, we're here. Sorry about that. I was looking at some chats, but nevertheless, we're going to get rid of those chats for the time, and we're going to follow through. Here we go, guys. McCall is leading this race currently. Underneath safety car, Harrison is in third. Addicts in fourth. Yo Robbie is in fourth. Livid is in fifth. Looks like the safety car is in this lap, so McCall's gonna... Oh, McCall's lost the car. He's gonna spin out. That is... what is going on here? Absolutely insane. Senna stopped on the... okay, so a lot of these guys are gonna start now. I don't think they could move because of McCall. That is absolutely crazy. Let's get this delta up for you guys. Let's get the tires up. So McCall has found himself down to fourth, so Harrison's leading this race. Well, Zako, I can't really do anything from where I'm sitting right now. My apologies. I'm here to stream the race, and that's about as best as I can do. So we're gonna follow with the race. Seiko is, you know what I mean? I can't. My hands are tied. So we're gonna follow. I'm just gonna do my job. Harrison is in first. Attic is in second. Livid is in third. Livid's having a good race so far. Yo Robbie in fourth. McCall fifth. After he had that bizarre spin. I did invite Anton back. He's sitting on Ghost. Third dinner's right there. Becker is making a charge now with Senna, Becker, and Pepsi right there. Whiffy's right there. Eke. I feel he's going to take these guys pretty cleanly. Oh, look at Becker pull back in. This is not going to go well. Everybody's got to take it easy through this corner. Everybody's going through. Senna's really working on. Becker's there. Look at this train of cars. Eke's going to look for the inside, think better of it, pulls it back. Let's see, Whiffy's right there. Rashi is right there. Clement has insurance. So Stig has caught the back end of this on the set of hards. Look, Possum is starting to catch Attic a bit. Delta is actually half a second. Run through. Becker is trying to put a little bit of pressure on Senna here, trying to creep back of him. Pepsi's right there, though. Call has left the session. This is unfortunate. Now 2 cars are coasting side by side. So this, unfortunately, is going to allow Third Dinner to catch up relatively easy. Some of the other guys in the backpack. I think, what happened to Pepsi? I think Pepsi dove in. Third Dinner is actually going to dive into the pits. I wonder if he needs to get himself a brand new front wing or not. So that's going to allow Eke through. Becker's going to go up through. McCall and Anton's cars are still ghosting. Wrath was joined. Hello, Wrath, if you're watching. Look at Livid now all over the back of Attic. Can he make a move here soon? Because they do have Your Robbie not too far behind. Harrison now leading this race. Could find himself in a good, solid position to pick up a win this afternoon. It is usually a 2-stop. Wrath, if you want to dive into the commentary, be my guest. It'd be nice to have a second voice. Is not going to do this. Livid's right there. Robbie is starting to pull those guys in as well. Let's see if Senna brings down the gap between him and the likes of McCall's Ghost and car, as well as Anton's car. He does have Becker all over the back. He has Eke, charging Eke right there. Whiffy is right there following Eke. Rashi is right there. Stig is making his way through. Dinner pitted early, I believe, as well as Pepsi. Both pitted for it might have been a new wing. Eke now making a charge past Becker. He's on a charge this evening. Whoa, look at Whiffy and Becker there for a second. Lash is right there in between this. These guys are getting a little dicey. Shoulders are out, little pushy there, a little bit more. That was a little unfortunate for Becker as everybody's kind of clipped out. Oh boy. That, I have no idea what that was about. So a little bit of shoulders out, a little extra. Third Dinner has left the session. Let's see if I can get Third Dinner back in. Sorry for interrupting the stream. I apologize. Let's go through recent players. Oh, so Possum, I do have the penalty thing at the bottom. That's nice. So it looks like Harrison is leading this race. We do have Attic right there in second. Livid is still rolling in. Attic just a bit, still about 7 seconds. Not 7 seconds. 7/10 of a second. Robbie is trying to keep up with him. Also, Sid gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Feel like penalties are definitely going to play a factor this evening. Eke has already found himself up to 7th, lap 8 of this race. It's been an interesting one. Yeah, we're going to say that. lot of controversy. There's going to be some things at the end that we're definitely going to have to discuss. Zyko, I understand. I know what you're talking about. But right now, my hands are tied. My job is to stream this race, the race that we have ahead of us. Everything will be dealt with momentarily after the race. It's just unfortunate what has happened. So Whiffy now in 9th. Senna is in 8th. Rashi in 10th. Looks like Clement's still ghosting. Stig is in 12th. Becker is, I think he pitted for a new thing. I did invite Third Dinner back. I don't know if he can get back in or not. So Harrison sitting pretty this evening. Zayko, honestly, speak to your team manager. That's the best person I can tell you to talk to right now. So where is the Delta? Let's see. Eke is now pulled up to the back of the Ghosting McCall. He should relatively find this easy to drive right through. Right through he should go. Call's Ghosting car is leaving just a bit. It's going to allow Eke to get DRS though. Becker gets himself a 3-second time penalty, so Eke has now found himself up to 6th. Robbie's in 4th. Possum is in 3rd. Attic is trying to close that gap, but Harrison, being on the mediums, it's going to be. Attic gets really close to that champion wall there. Oh, Possum has pitted, so he's going to go in for the pits. He's going to dive earlier than Robbie and Attic, so he's going to look for the undercut here. Slaps on the medium compound, so that should see him go just about midway. Third Dinner is joined good to see if the Third Dinner can get back into his car. McCall has pitted. Robbie gets a 3-second time penalty. Let's see. Stig should get himself on the way through up to about. No, he's going to stay 11. Oh, look at the cars out on the way out. Rashi and Senna now. And Livid right there as well. So let's ride with Livid. See the kind of battles he's going to have ahead of us. Try to keep it as clean as possible so he gets another 3-second time penalty. Whiffy has found himself up to 6, so that is good showing for Whiffy. Rashi pulls to the side. I think he's going to let Livid through, but I don't know. Oh, that was close with Livid and Senna here. Gaps between everybody else are pretty far in between, so we're going to ride with Livid as he battles with Senna here. Easy on the brakes, you don't want to lock it up and slap into the gearbox of somebody else's car. So here goes Livid. He's going to make for a look on the outside. Looks like Senna's going to let him right through. So now the battle comes back down to Rashi and Senna. Let's see if these two get a little feisty. Senna gets a 3-second time penalty. Gets a little loose out of that Champions Wall exit. Looks like Rashi nets off just a bit to let Senna go through. Robbie has pitted. How long is Attic going to leave these soft compounds on for? I wonder if he's going to dive in around or either this lap or the next lap. He is kind of leaving it late. I wonder if he's going to start losing a bit of the time that is coming with those. Rashi, Senna, and Robbie now. These guys are throwing it. But Whiffy's right there. Livid is catching Whiffy now on a brand new set of mediums. Whiffy should have another couple laps left in the tank for those tires. Shouldn't just be. He should be able to bring it to about lap 15, 16, I'm relatively thinking. So already lap 12 of this race. Crazy. It's already gone. See, Senna's right there. Rashi's right there. So the back of the pack of these guys are fighting quite nicely. So Third Dinner does get himself back into his car, which is really good to see. Look at Stig. He's going to overtake McCall's Ghosting car. But Stig does not have DRS, so he's going to have to wait. He's actually going to dive it into the pits. And he gets a 5-second go for speeding into the pit lane. That is a bit of commentator's curse right there. Livid all over the back of Whiffy now. Livid gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Will Whiffy let Livid go through? As Robbie is now catching the back of these two. I think Whiffy is starting to hold him up just a bit. Whiffy's going to offer a little bit of space, but not much. Ooh, he's going to give squeeze. Oh! Whiffy gets a 3-second time penalty for a little bit of contact, I feel, with Livid. Whiffy, how's Whiffy doing? I think he's chipped off a bit of his wing for that matter. Yeah, so that's going to allow Senna to come through. That was a bit close. I wonder if Livid has chipped off any of his wing. Looks like it's intact, so Whiffy, or Livid's now going to have to battle with Robbie right here. Senna's going to go for a move on Whiffy. Gets around, job is done. Robbie's now pulled up right to the back of Livid. Robbie's pushing on Livid. These two raced each other hard in GP2. Let's see if these guys can have a good race in GP1. Brashy gets himself a 3-second time penalty for his matter. I'm going to say Attic is leaving it really late on these soft compound tires. Now Eke has found himself up to third already. Becker gets a 3-second time penalty. Let's see if Robbie can push on Livid and try to get himself around, get himself in the top 5 for this evening. He is pushing. He's got newer tires than Livid, both pitted around the same time frame, so they're going to probably go for the softs at the end of this race. What is going on, Phantom? Nice to see you back. Let's see if Eke can get himself closer. He is bringing that delta down to Attic. Attic's going to... He's really milking these tires. But it looks like Eke's actually going to dive into the pits beforehand. I wonder if he's going to go for the set of mediums here. Looks like they're going to throw on some more mediums, so that's going to allow Livid to jump back up to third position as soon as he can get around Anton's Ghost and car. But Robbie is not letting Livid go in the slightest, really. So there is Robbie, both attacking a bit of the grass there. This is definitely a driver's track. You can attack a lot of the track, but you want to be careful you do not catch yourself off and get yourself a 3-second time penalty, like a lot of guys have been doing so far. Robbie does have DRS. Should he pull up closer to Livid? A little bit too far back at this point to make a go at it. So he'll have another go as soon as he get around this hairpin right up here. They are pulling the gap down to the Ghost and car. I wonder if that's going to allow Livid to get DRS on. Stig gets a 3-second time penalty. No, he's a little too far back, but Robbie is going to have DRS on Livid. Let's ride with Robbie, see if he can pull the gap down. He can, but he's a little too far back to make it stick for a move. Nicely done through the Champions chicane. Oh, he's right on the back of Livid now. Livid does have... So Attic does get himself stuck onto mediums and gets out ahead of Livid and Urabi. So that was a good timing for Attic. So he should be able to see those tires pretty far through as Harrison is pitted as well. But the train that's behind Attic now is pretty intense. Whiffy Winner sets the fastest lap of the race so far with 11.7 as he is down in 11. Look at the train following through. Livid's going to drive through the Ghost and car of Anton, but I don't know if it's going to... Anton's car is going to actually fight a little bit back. Let's ride with Robbie through this hairpin. There is Stig. There is Livid. Livid goes wide, so this is going to open up a gap. No. Okay, so Robbie's going to hold on to it. He's going to have a go. I think Hossman's going to have... DRS is going to have it on Attic. So riding through, I think... Will Livid have a go? No, he's not. He's not close enough. Oh, you guys are keeping me entertained with this. So this push for P2 right now is insane. Senna gets a 3-second time penalty, as Harrison's kind of just walked off with this one. Feel like this could be his day if he can keep the race clean, not pick up any time penalties. Stig now on the back of Becker. Jump back to the backpack, give these guys a little bit of time to look Will Stick pull up close enough to get around Becker. A little too far back, it seems. Not using any ERS, so he's going to go through. Will he chuck it up? Becker is only using a little bit. Stig's not using any. Stig's going to think about it. No, he ducks it back in behind Becker. Their Dinner's doing well to keep himself in second. Rashes gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Senna right there. Eke is in a quiet 6th right now. Jump back to these guys who are battling for P2. Harrison sets a quickest lap of a 1:10.9. Team Eke. But I'm interested to see how far Eke can get himself up here. He is in 6th right now. But Attic, Livid, and Robbie are just pushing like crazy. Robbie's not too far out of a GP1 podium. I think he would be the 2nd for the season. It's a pretty intense lap 17 of 35. And Attic does have Livid all over the back of him. Let's ride with Livid. Just a bit back now. Yo Robbie is a little bit closer to him. Let's look at the positions gained so far this race. Eke, as I would not be surprised, is already up 8 positions. And Rashi's up 3 positions. Senna's up 3 positions. Harrison's up 2. Attic is up 2. Livid is up 2. Becker gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Yo Robbie's a lot closer this time. Is he going to think about it? No, he's going to back out of it. Maybe have a go at this start-finish line. He's going to think about it. DRS is open. He's going to pull it to the inside of Livid. Is he going to stick it side by side? Livid's going to think better of it. Is he going to have a switchback move? No, that was a job done by Yo Robbie, so he's up through. Can he hold that, though? It's going to be interesting. Who has the fastest lap in this race? A couple guys have made 2 pit stops already. Keeping on the tires. Fastest lap is Harrison's right now still with a 1:10.9. Gonna roll to the leader. He's doing quite a job, Harrison, today. This might be his race. Ooh. Did Eke tag the wall a bit? No. Pepsi gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Eke still has his entire wing in check, so. Oh, Livid does have DRS on Robbie. Can he pull the gap down? The battle between these two are insane. Side by side. Oh, Livid smacks that wall hard. I think that's going to be damage to his end plate. Yo Robbie. Yep, Livid is missing the right end of his end plate. That was a hard hit. Lucky not to DNF the car there as well. So it looks like Anton's still for the pits. Let me run through here. So Robbie is sitting in a cat's bird seat of 3rd. 2 seconds currently behind Attic. Wonder if they can pull the gap down behind him. Possum doing a good job there in 4th. Robbie in 3rd. Where is Eke? And there he is. He has already caught these guys. Lap 19 of 35. He might make a push. He might make a push to get himself stuck into a podium position, which would be a very Eke feat to do. Starting pretty much last on the grid to get himself onto the podium. He does, I believe, have to pit again towards the end. He'll probably slap on a set of softs and go to the end. But he's not too far away from these guys. Livid and Robbie continue to battle each other. And that's kind of allowing Attic to get away just a bit. We get rid of that, actually. We don't want to have that up. Lap 20, 15 laps remain of this race. Can Livid get himself around Robbie? Senna gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Where is Senna in this matter? Senna's in P6, so that is a good showing for the Williams team. As Dinner has gotten himself up to P12. riding on old hards, 13 lap old hards. You can see the shot of Eke. Eke is on his way. He's coming. So I think Livid is going to try his best here to get around. Stig gets himself another time penalty. Stig and I are going to have a nice little chat after this about track penalties. But here comes Livid. Is he going to have DRS? He's definitely going to have DRS on Robbie. Robbie is a little bit up the road though. Eke does not get it on Livid though. So Harrison doing a great job keeping himself way up there. Livid really close this time around. I think he's going to have to pit though. Once he pits, he's going to probably end up fixing his end plate. Right behind Robbie now as Eke is closing that gap quickly. Rashi gets a 3-second time penalty. These guys are keeping it relatively close. Just looking at the delta between these guys. The Clement and Anton move was done with Ghost and Cars, so I'm not really interested in that. Just right down through. So these guys are the closest ones on track. As Eke has found himself behind Livid and Robbie, so he's going to have to try to make quick work of these two if he wants to try to pull himself up to Attic here. Livid's going to throw a little bit of the shoulder. Is he going to make it stick? Attic? No, Eke gets right through. I think Livid's kind of let him through. Now it's up to Robbie to see if Robbie, sitting in a podium position, is going to be as kind to let him right through. I don't think Robbie is going to let him through as easy as Livid did. I think Robbie's going to battle for this. It's right for him to battle. Eke's right there. Eke gets a little squirrely out of there, but it looks like Robbie did as well. So let's see if Eke makes him charge to get around. Robbie's going to hold the line and looks like he's going to lead the first bit into this lap or into turn 1 and turn 2. Looks like Eke gets a better drive out of there. Is he going to make for a move? Eke gets a 3-second time penalty. So that puts him just ahead of these guys on time track penalties. I don't think Robbie's gotten one. Oh, Robbie throws the door closed on Eke. Eke had to check up there quickly. So that was, that's what I'm saying. Robbie has the right to fight for this. This is his position to lose. Let's see. Lap 22 of 35. Is Eke going to have a charge here? You know he's going to. Let's see what Robbie can do with his defensive skills. Let's see if he can get himself stuck into this position. Keep Eke behind him as Livid is caught up behind these two right now. Livid is missing that end plate, so he's going to battle the corners a little bit harsher. Eke does have DRS. It should be around. Robbie throws the door close a bit, but it looks like Eke's on his way through. And that is job done for Eke. He's found himself into P3 now. Let's see if he can close the gap on Attic, who does have a 3-second time penalty. Josh Harrison is just up there 15 seconds down the road. So this is going to get interesting towards the end, because if Eke can get around Attic, can he have a good say as to what he does when he gets around Attic? Can he get himself up past Harrison? Stig now on the set of mediums, probably until the end, comes out of the pits, P15. So Harrison is sitting in the catbird seat. Attic now in second still with an approaching Eke right there. As Possum and Robbie are battling it out. Also Stig gets another 3-second time penalty. Stig, you gotta watch those corners. Gotta watch those curves, mate. As Pepsi, I know, Becker has dove for the pits for the last time of this race, puts on the medium compound, and he's on his way out. So Eke now charging. Ooh, let's ride with Livid and your Robbie. These two are just battling it for the race. Livid's gonna pull for the inside look. Bit of a touch, shoulders out, but that was fair. These guys are allowed to fight for it. Let's see. Pushing through. Is that? That's Stig. That's behind him. Okay. I was gonna say. Livid does fall back behind Robbie just a bit. DRS was open. He should be able to pull up to him just a bit. It'll be interesting if Stig battles these guys. Whiffy is dove for the pits for the last time, possibly this race. He sticks on. Should be putting on the meat. No, he puts on the soft compound, it looks like. It should be, yeah, 10 laps are possible if they're fresh tires. We saw Attic go, I think it was 12 laps with soft compound, which is insanely long amount of laps. Eke gets a 3-second time penalty, so now those two are even on track. So Eke is going to have to do it on track with Attic, unless one of them pick up another time penalty. And there is also Stig making a claim to say he's just as fast as these guys. He's going to pull through. He's ghosting, which is a nice new feature they put on this game. What are the gaps between everybody else? As Rashi is pulling up to the ghosting car of McCall. Senna's found himself back in the P6. So right now, still the only battle between these guys is Livid and your Robbie. As Stig is welcoming himself into this as a ghosting car. But I think he's just getting a couple laps in to see how he fit his feet in, having not such a good race so far. Gap now between Attic and Eke. Delta is 1 second. As Rashi gets himself another 3-second time penalty. Possum opens up the DRS. No, he hasn't opened it. I wonder if he has a problem with his DRS. It isn't available. Is he going to open it this time around? No, he has not. I wonder if he's saving fuel. Eke puts on the set of softs. That should bring him till the end of this race. He's going to go for the undercut on Addict, and he's going to go for the undercut on Harrison. But however, Harrison is pretty far up the road. This is a comfortable drive for Harrison. Dawson gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Where is Robbie in this? Senna has done 25 laps on these hard compound. That is an insane amount of laps. I think he should probably think about diving for the pits either this lap or next lap. As you can see, the graining on the left front is pretty bad. I can't see the right. You can see he's battling the car pretty heavily. Where's Eke? Eke comes out in P5 on a brand new set of soft. Possum is right there with Robbie, but Robbie has pulled a gap now, so Possum will not have DRS. However, Stig will have DRS on. Oh, that's nice. If you jump on Stig, oh no, it goes back to ghosting. So there you guys have it. The top three, or top four, actually 3, 4, 5, and second have dove for the pits. As so did Harrison. So let's see. No, Attic didn't dive for the pits. He's going to stay out here. And he has Harrison right ahead of him. Eke has dove for the pits already, so this is up to Attic to see what time he can get himself stuck into in the pits. Doesn't want to leave it too late. I think he's going to save his soft compounds as long as he can. Unless he's trying to take these mediums until the end. I don't know if that's possible. It might be. He's about 7 laps away from it. Eke is coming though. 13.7 seconds is the gap. 13.6. It was 14.5 just half a lap ago. So he's pushing like a crazy driver right now. Gaps on everything else. Whiffy right behind Senna. Let's ride with these two guys. We haven't seen much action between these guys. Whiffy gets a 3-second time penalty. Side by, on through the curves, attacking the curves as best as you can. DRS is open for Whiffy to bring that gap down. Let's see if he can pull any closer, attack these curves on the right and left. Eke sets the quickest time of the race, 10.4. He is charging. It's going to be interesting to see what Attic does here. If he stays out or if he eventually pits for the soft compound. So Whiffy, lap 3, so Senna might actually pull away here in a little bit of time, as Senna is on a brand new set of soft compounds. Whiffy is dove in 3 laps prior. Stig gets another 3-second time penalty. Oh man. Whiffy gets really close now, thinks about it, has to chuck on the brakes pretty hard. Easy not to collect the back end. Third Dinner actually sets the quickest lap of the race, so that is a good shot by Third Dinner. He gets himself up there. He's in P12. He's not too far behind Whiffy as well, or Senna for that matter. Harrison sets a lap. 10.1 for Harrison. So Whiffy, there is Third Dinner coming up to this battle. It might be a Williams-Ferrari sandwich in just a bit, so we'll see if that happens. Senna with Whiffy and Third Dinner right in the rearview mirror. Liver gets himself a 3-second time penalty, so he is pushing to try to keep up with Robbie. Eke is now 3 seconds, or not 3, 9.7 seconds behind Attic. I wonder if Attic is taking these tires until the end. Rashi gets another 3-second time penalty. Whiffy is trying to pull the gap down to him and Senna. Third Dinner hangs a tie, almost clips the inside of the champions wall. Is he starting to lose just a bit of time? 2.2 seconds now, as Whiffy's closed the gap quickly with SF1 Senna. Interesting, just watching. Delta now between Eke and Attic is 8.3. I feel like Dinner's sector of this track is like, second sector is what he is strong on. You see the gap he's pulling down now. Was 2.2, now it's 1.2. Cuts that corner just a bit. Now he's under a second. Can he keep it within under a second to get himself stuck into the back of Whiffy and Senna here? Whiffy's actually lost out a little bit of time, 1.1 seconds behind Senna. Senna's going to have DRS on the Ghost and Call car. See if Dinner's going to have one heck of a run on Whiffy. In the inside, these should sail right on through. Rashi gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Now it comes to the team. Third Dinner is going to be right behind his teammate SF1 Senna, so let's see how this gets on. Rashi. Let's ride through. Livid right there. Solid 5th for Livid right now. I would say solid lap for Robbie too as well. He's right up there in 4th position. Eke, however, is making the charge. He's got 4 laps remaining to do it to catch up to the back of Attic. They both sit on a 3-second time penalty. I think Attic is looking to take these tires to the end, which is going to be insane. Whiffy is getting the blue flags from Attic. He doesn't have to move, however, because he's on a brand new set of soft compound. Should be able to pull away. He doesn't want to hang there too long. He will get himself a time penalty. Looks like he's got himself out of the... No, he's still getting the blue flags. Who's there? Oh, that's Pepsi. Pepsi is now behind. Poor Attic is getting charged by these back markers. They're trying to drive through him. It's going to make it a little easier for Eke to pull the gap down behind him. Clement and Senna, that's a Ghost in Car, so Dinner. Becker gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Right through. Whiffy now there. These guys are pushing like crazy. Attic is doing all he can. He's got just 3 laps remaining to hold out a charging Eke, but it's going to be difficult as Attic is on a set of old mediums and Eke is on a pretty relatively fresh set of soft compounds, so this is going to be very interesting. That's right. Is Attic still dealing with those cars in front of him? No, it doesn't look like it. Harrison now up to the front. Attic actually, no, Delta at the back. Let's see, Attic's right there. So Harrison now sets off. It's going to be lap 33. Just 2 more laps remain of this Grand Prix. It might be his second win, I believe, of the season. I believe he won on the week that it was his actual birthday, so it was a good shout for him. It would be a great way to return from our holiday break if he picks up this win, give himself a good boost of points. Eke is now all over the back of Attic. This is going to get interesting. Let's see if Attic plays nice or if he puts his shoulders out. Eke gets a 3-second time penalty, so now there's 6 seconds between him. So there'll actually be an extra 3. So if he gets around Attic, Attic just has to hold on to the back of him. If he can, Attic's going to get a little squirrely out of there. Eke's going to have a charge. He's going to try to get around him as quick as possible. Eke, look at the straight line speed he has. Gets himself on his way through. So Attic's going to try his best to hang on to the back of him. Who is that racing point? I think that was Pepsi and Becker here. Let's ride with these two as these guys push on. Pepsi is going to look for the inside. He's going to have DRS on Becker. Ride with Pepsi, pushing it to the limit. He's going to take the inside. Rashid gets a 3-second time penalty. Stig gets himself another 3-second time penalty. Attic gets himself, so now they are stuck on. So it looks like Eke is on level terms with Attic here. 2 laps remain of this race. Can Eke get himself further away from Attic to secure that second position in this race? It would be one heck of a feat to go last to second in this race. Harrison just kept it clean enough to get himself out in front and keep it clean and stay out front. So Pepsi now, Becker there. Let's ride through. Harrison now 2.6 seconds gap between him and Eke. Robbie has done a solid job to himself P4. So the Ferrari team, where is Whiffy right now? He's down P12. Recall is ghosting. Senna and third dinner. Solid run for the Williams today. P8 and P9. I think that was Rashi right there in between these two. So this could get interesting. Let's see if Senna can get around. I think Rashi actually got through on Senna here. Whiffy gets himself a 3-second time penalty. These guys are really close. Hopefully these cars stay ghosting so these guys don't clip into each other. I believe that is Stig in the midst of all of this going on. Let's run through. So Senna's right there. These guys are really close. They're all trying to catch third dinner. Can Rashi get around third dinner and get himself up to P7? Although we do know there are a lot of time penalties for Rashi. That would be a good showing for the Red Bull team, as I believe he is the only Red Bull on track right now. He pulls it over. Whoa, that was close. I wonder what he did that for. That's going to allow Senna on the way through. So Senna's going to push to get himself further up. Maybe it was just a little bit. Anton has been disqualified in the race. Failed to use required tire components. So they've disqualified a ghosting car, which is very interesting, and Clement's car as well. Interesting indeed. So those cars, I wonder if any of those other cars, ghosting cars, are going to be disqualified. Nevertheless, Harrison now on the last lap of this Grand Prix actually pulls the win. So let's see Eke cross the line in second. Sticks Attic in third. That sticks. So your Robbie now is going to cross the line fourth as Whiffy, Pepsi, and Becker finished back there in P10, P11, and P13 respectively. Let's see Robbie cross the line in P4. Solid run for Robbie. Let's see Livid. Solid run for Livid. Crashes the car in celebration in P5. These two here. Let's see Dinner and Senna. How far close are they to each other? I think that's Stig getting in the mix of this. Pushing till the very end. That is, I mean, he's ghosting, so he's allowed. But third Dinner is going to have a solid run back into the points for him. P6 this evening. Good showing. Disqualified. We've received multiple warnings for Rashi. So Senna's going to cross the line. And Rashi's going to... That is... okay. Interesting. Once we run through this, I'll try to get these guys in for the podium interview. But solid run for Harrison to grab a win this evening. Just got it out front, kept it clean, and just pushed and got himself that gap to keep it clean. I don't think he picked up any track penalties as well, which is a great showing. On our way through. So let's run down through this. Okay, so Harrison picks up the win. No penalties on the track either, so that is a very strong drive. Eke P2, Attic P3, Yo Robbie P4, Livid P5. Third in a really good race for him. P6, McCall was ghosting, I believe. Senna P8, Pepsi P9, Whiffy P10, Decker P11, Stig P12 after Rashi, Clement, and Anton were disqualified from this race. So that was a good battle at the beginning. Towards the end, you guys kept it really interesting. So I'm going to get these guys in for this podium interview. Let me see. Going to invite Eke into the party. Invite to party. Gonna get Attic into the party. And last but not least, Harrison. Just waiting on one more. I know he should join, but we're going to get these podiums on their way. So you guys can tell I'm pretty shot. My voice is shot, but I'm going to start with Attic. Attic, that was one heck of a drive. My question to you, honestly, how the heck did you make softs to mediums last?
Well, I knew it'd work. I don't know why. I just knew it'd work. And it was even with slightly damaged front right-hand wing. It was only yellow, but it didn't help. And I didn't. It wasn't bad enough that I wanted to change the wing out in the pits. But I think that made the difference between third and second in the end. So well done, Eke.
I was going to say, that was quite a battle between you guys. I don't know. Like, I still don't know how you made that one stop that happened from, the softs. You took the soft from, lap 1 to, I think it was lap 13 when you decided to pit.
Yeah,
and when you came out on the mediums.
The restart changed my mind as well. Because it gives
the safety car.
Extra lap and a half. Well, no, it's a lap and a half. Because we restarted the lobby. So you got fresh tyres.
Yeah.
So it was a lap and a half there, and then the safety car, and I'm thinking, I think I'm going to one-stop this one.
Yeah. But you did do the one stop, and it paid off, and you got yourself a solid P3. Did you get a little nervous when you saw Eke charging through the field and then find him right behind you?
No, to be fair, he's a really, really fast driver. I'm thinking, you know what, I struggle even changing the tyres to keep him behind me. I might have given him a fight if I changed the wing, but I didn't, so I think he would have swallowed me anyway. I needed to have a clean wing, and I didn't.
Yeah.
I only missed out by 0.7 in the end. It was good stuff, though.
Solid race to get yourself P3.
Yep.
Good.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations. We'll move on to Eke. Captain Eke, solid race. It's obvious. I knew, seeing your pace when you came on from pretty much last, you're probably going to find yourself into the podium. My question was, I saw you racing a couple of the guys in the mid-pack. Did you find it a little difficult? Because a couple of the guys were definitely getting their shoulders out more than usual when it came to letting you, get through. They weren't doing it as easy as they would have. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. Mid-pack battles. Just talk to me about them.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anyone to just let me pass. Of course, they're racing for positions, so it's just you just have to wait for the chance to open, and you can not go for any dive bombs or anything really there. just be patient and wait for the opportunities to come. Nothing else really there.
So when you
Just
knew
avoiding
that,
incidents.
yeah, no. So when you knew that Attic ahead of you was pretty much gonna foresee the race with a one stop from the soft to mediums, did that kind of give you a boost towards the, your third stint, knowing that you were on fresh softs, that you should relatively catch them pretty quickly?
Well, I was just monitoring the gap like lap by lap. I saw it coming down whole time, and then I kept checking the penalties because I had like few. So it was just then at the end I was one warning away from another penalty. So that was as well the difference there. Managed to not cut the final chicane or anything.
That was a solid race for you. P2 extending
I was
those
hoping
points
I
to
was
the top.
hoping the
and I-
soft. Yeah, I was hoping the dag on the softs was going to be higher, and you'd slow down, but you didn't.
Yeah, it
So
was
well
like 7th and slower at the end than the fast stuff. So it's a small deck there. Nothing much.
Yeah. Cool.
I didn't
I'm
see
signing
him
off.
on, so yeah, I don't see Harrison jumping on, but you guys, congratulations towards your podium this evening. Solid race. I hope your luck carries over into, I believe we're in Hungary next week for that. We're, amazing track. That is definitely sarcasm.
Love
but
Hungary.
Congrats.
Love it.
I used to, but it's such a tight track. But nevertheless, congratulations, you two. Good to see you guys back on the podium this evening. Until next week, thank you guys for all the comments. Thank you for the views. We will catch you soon. I'm going to let these guys bounce off because I know it is late for them. Until next week, we will catch you then. Good night.
See you then.
We are signing
Bye.
off.